Hi, this is Todd from Myers Furniture and Appliance, and you know, for the last few weeks we've come to you with different things about our store that might be of interest to you and might be interesting to help you decide on something that you might buy later down the road. The first week we talked about La-Z-Boy recliners, then we talked about front load laundry, then we talked a little bit about our buying philosophies. Today we're going to talk about bottom mount refrigerators. This is one of the fastest growing segments in the appliance industry, and that is bottom mount refrigerators. Now, I have one thing to tell you as far as bottom mount refrigerators to go. One thing I would like for you to remember, and that one thing is convenience. Bottom mount refrigerators are incredibly convenient. Behind me we have a couple, and I would like to show them to you. Let me show you a few of what we're going to do here. Bottom mount refrigerators come in the same sizes as side-by-sides and as same sizes as the freezers on top. You only need a footprint of 36 inches wide to get just about any refrigerator you want. So if you have 36 inches wide and about 69 inches tall, you're good to go. You can get about any refrigerator you want. But let's get back to convenience. Convenience in the fact that anytime you get into the refrigerator, you never have to bend over. Now listen to this. Research tells us that 80% of the time that you get into your current refrigerator, if it's a side-by-side or a freezer on top, 80% of the time that you get into that refrigerator, you bend over. Whether it's down into the crispers or down into the last drawer to get your milk, it doesn't make any difference. 80% of the time you bend over. Now, on a bottom mount, you bend over to get into the refrigerator 0% of the time. And research shows that you get into your refrigerator 80%, your freezer 20%. So 80% of the time, you're never bending over anymore. That's the beauty of a bottom mount. Now there's a lot of other things that make a bottom mount real nice, but the most important thing is just the convenience that it has. The other is the convenience that it has in storing food. If you take an old side-by-side and you look at the amount of space that you have in the freezer and then the amount of space you have in the refrigerator, there is no comparison. In the freezer side, you can't even get a frozen pizza. In most cases, you can't get a frozen pizza. You can't do things tall, you can't do things wide. In a bottom mount, you have all kinds of space. You can take the same size side-by-side, take all the food out of that, put it into a same size bottom mount, and you have plenty of room left over. So, convenience in never bending over, and convenience in the fact that there's a lot more usable storage. That's the buzzword with bottom mounts. And I'm going to show you three different types of bottom mounts. One is the four-door. Four-door French door. French doors just like side-by-side refrigerators. Ice and water through the door, just like you're used to with your side-by-side refrigerator. Adds an extra door. This door is very nice if you have younger children. What it allows you to do is it allows you to put their snacks down here. You can put your cheeses, you can put your yogurts, things like that. Things that little kids will get to at a fairly often, daily after school, what have you. The nice thing about that is they can do it themselves, and you don't let all the cold air out of the refrigerator, so it's actually more energy efficient. So you have a four-door French door with an ice and water through the door. Then you move over to here, and the next common model is the same thing, only without the fourth door. So instead of the fourth door, what you have is you have this drawer right here, in which you can store things like yogurts and string cheese and snacks that the kids can get, but they're going to have to open the doors to do that. Okay? Again, ice and water through the door, and then nice large storage for freezers. Both sides, way large enough to put frozen pizzas and things like that in. Okay? Now the third type, as you'll see, is a bottom mount without ice and water through the door. And this is a very common model too. What this will do is if you open this, you'll see up in this corner, you have a lot more storage. When you compare this one to this one, what you see is you see the ice maker up here in the corner that takes up space. And then you also see the chute where the ice and the water shoot down to your cup. That also takes up space in the refrigerator. This model here actually has the most usable space in the refrigerator. No ice maker, and you have bins in the door. Now you have an ice maker in the freezer, which is good, but you just have more storage space in the refrigerator. Now, like I told you last week, if you have any questions at all, reply to us or Facebook us or send us an email at myers.furniture@comcast.net, and we'd be happy to address your question on one of these little segments that we have. We would like to do this so that you guys would learn a little bit more about the products we sell, so that when you're ready to buy one of these products, whether it's with your tax check or with it's a bonus at work, or you've just saved for a while and you're ready to buy a refrigerator, we can give you a little bit of information before you come into the store on why what we have here is good for you. So again, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please let us know through Facebook or message us or email us. Again, that's myers.furniture@comcast.net. We would be more than happy to answer your questions at any given time. Again, this is Todd at Myers Furniture and Appliance in Newcastle, Indiana, saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.